So the Switch 2 has been out for basically 2 weeks now, and I originally wanted to do a 1 week review, but I decided to actually go with a 2 week review because I also did pick up Cyberpunk, so I kind of wanted to see how that performed, plus if there was any little hiccups, which I actually did encounter one. Easy fix though, nothing happened, but there was something that I did kind of see and notice that I was like, oh, that's odd, but then I fixed it. So other than that, I have been having so much fun with this system, and I'm here to talk about pros, cons, and just everything involving the Switch 2 in the first 2 weeks it's kind of been out on the market. I made a video unboxing, but right out of the box, this thing definitely feels like an upgrade from the first Switch 1. A lot more durable, the colors are great, giant screen. As you can see, you can definitely feel the upgrade that Nintendo really put into making this thing kind of the successor to the Nintendo Switch itself. The Nintendo Switch kind of felt like a kid's toy. It was colorful. It was not like as especially the Joy-Cons for that were not as durable as I feel like these ones are. I feel like the Nintendo Switch went to college, got a great job, and now wears a suit, and we have the Switch 2. And not to mention, the magnets on the Switch 2, I mentioned in my first unboxing video, are just so surprisingly tough. And taking them on and off, like the snap sound it makes, will never not be satisfying. I don't know if it's just me, but it's such a satisfying feeling to just hear the I don't know, it's very cool. You probably heard it, but like hearing it in person is way better. Trust me, it's way better. In my first video, again, transferring everything over from my OLED to this was super simple. I actually wasn't gonna do it. I was actually just gonna keep my OLED downstairs, let my kids play with it, and I was just gonna start fresh on this. But like, it almost forces you to transfer everything over, which I don't hate, but I wasn't really gonna care. And the process for the transferring over was not long at all, so I really appreciate that. The speeds on this thing are insane. The load time, everything overall, games loading up, load times for this and that are just super fast, which again, I really appreciate because you could really feel the age in the Switch 1 and just how, I don't want to say decrepit, but just how slow things were getting. Okay, so first and foremost, as I just mentioned, performance. Menus are snappier, everything is cleaner. Load time, like downloading things in the backgrounds, do not take as much time as the Switch 1 did. Loading games up, as I said, are way quicker. Games loading in are just way smoother. Playing Mario Kart World for the first time was such a treat. That game loads super fast, and I'm also a sucker for just the cute sounds it makes, the colors, everything about it. The UI, yeah, the UI is kind of the same as the Switch 1. I understand that, but Nintendo, I'm really hoping you just add themes. If you add themes to this, I think it'll be the best thing since toast. I'm sorry, but like, themes would really differentiate like everyone's Switch 2 in the sense of whose is whose. So I think that would be a great thing that you guys could do. But yeah, performance on this is great. It doesn't slog playing certain games, and it runs completely fine. I have no complaints for performance whatsoever. Okay, so let's talk about some features that I myself personally love. Battery life, I have not had any issues with the battery life. I know there have been reports of, I guess, the battery displaying certain wrong things, but for me, my Switch has been completely fine, other than the hiccup I will mention. The kickstand on the back is really cool. I wasn't really in the mindset to care much about it, but then when I used it, and I didn't lay my Switch 2 flat, but like as far as the kickstand could go, it's actually kind of convenient, and I do love the U shape it now has. It's very convenient. It doesn't feel flimsy at all. It feels like it's very durable. I'm not going to test it, but I'm just saying it looks and feels very durable as well. And the Joy-Cons, as I mentioned, bigger, bolder, better. The snap when snapping onto the system or the controller thing, very cool, very snappy. Love them. And not to mention the speakers as well, playing in handheld mode are great. Chef's kiss, can't complain. Very loud, so that makes for playing in handheld when I have the kids running around downstairs and I'm trying to play Stardew Valley and make sure my crops don't go to hell. Great speakers. I mean, you can also plug in headphones if you want to, but the speakers, very good. So some gripes. Yes, it has some gripes. No Bluetooth for my AirPods. Nintendo, why can we not use Bluetooth headphones? I would love that. Not so much of like an oversight or like, ooh, this sucks. It doesn't kill the vibe. It would just be nice and convenient. Also, yes, everything has gone up for the Switch 2 now, games accessory. So if you want extra Joy-Cons, they are expensive. That sucks. I recently picked up the 8BitDo Ultimate 2C controller. Yeah, I picked that up and it has been an absolute blast. I was never a pro controller kind of person, but getting into Cyberpunk, I was like, maybe I should get one. I picked up that for half the price and it is awesome. I will leave a link down below if you want to check it out. I recommend it if you don't want to pick up a pro controller. It's pretty cool. And if you really want to consider this a gripe, 256 of storage, I haven't even come close to halfway yet. I love it. I know some people are like,
I need the 1 terabyte now when I buy my Switch.
If you want to, go ahead. I have no problems. So the thing that I actually had to end up fixing was my Joy-Cons were not displaying the right amount of battery percent that was left in them, like the Switch 2. I experienced that with my Joy-Cons. Easy fix though. I went on Reddit and someone said if you just unmagnetize them from the Switch 2, put them in sync mode, so hold the button, put them in sync mode, and then attach them back, it fixes it. And it did. So super simple fix. I've had no other issues besides that. And like my Joy-Cons weren't dying, but they just weren't displaying the right battery percent, but now they are. So I guess that would be like my one error so far with the Switch 2. Other than that, it's been great. So my final thoughts is I love this thing. I'm super excited. I actually had a proud gaming dad moment the other day. When I first got it, my son came upstairs and he was playing my OLED. I think he was playing like a Super Mario game, and he brought the Switch OLED upstairs in tablet mode, and he put it on my desk. I was working on something right here, so then I put the Switch 2 beside his Switch OLED, both in tabletop mode. He was playing that game, I was playing Mario Kart World. I'll throw up a picture on the screen, but I took a step back and I just kind of smiled because it was such a cool moment that now me and my son can play Nintendo games side by side. It was just cool. I know that like I could have done that with my Steam Deck, but having them both Nintendo systems is special to me because I just love Nintendo, and it was a really cool moment. He was loving it. I loved it because he was, obviously, and I think that solidified me that like, yeah, this is my system. The Switch 2 is my system, and I love it a lot. Another thing too is that my Steam Deck is great. I love it. I love it for what it has done. But even when I was playing it, I was also trying to like emulate Nintendo games, and it just didn't feel right. So now I can play Mario Kart, Stardew, and if I want to play Cyberpunk, I can, all on the Switch 2. I think that's special. It just shows how far the system and Nintendo has come as a whole. Well, other than that, that's pretty much my 2 weeks with the Switch 2. Games are on the horizon, so we're just waiting for more. Donkey Kong, Metroid Prime, Zelda, I think is coming out this year, and Pokemon. So if you have any more questions, concerns, comments, want to see me review anything, leave them all down below. While you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with another friend who's maybe thinking about the Switch 2, has a Switch 2, thoughts, anyone. I would just love to hear what you have to say. Hope you guys all have a lovely, beautiful day. I'll catch you guys soon. Take care. Schlater. Bye-bye.